Welcome back to That Dad Guy. So I've had a few requests for people that when they're watching my videos and saw the books in the background, what the room was or what type of books I like to read, and maybe that I could do a video talking about that. So what I thought I would do today is go through our little library, or at least some of it, and show you a bit about what I like to read and what we have around. If you're interested in that, it's just something different today. It's not a post-crossing thing. It's not a Lego thing, even though there is some Lego back there. It's a little bit everywhere in my house. So yeah, so I'll show you what we've got. And for those of you who maybe even started way back when I was reading kids books as one of my videos on a regular basis, this is the rooms that I used to sit in. Go around here, you can see the library. These are the chairs that I used to sit in, and you can even see my ring light back there for when I did the books. And there's even stacks of kids' books on the floor because there was a whole bunch of them that I was still going to read. And then my foot got better, because that was the whole reason I was reading kids' books and making the videos back in April, I guess, of 2021. I was off work for a little while, so I thought, well, I'll read some of the kids' books that we used to read to our kids that they really loved and put them out there, and maybe some people that haven't seen them before, their children would like to hear them. I know I had a niece that liked to follow along and listen to me read the stories, so that was kind of nice to be able to do that. So this is the room I used to sit in, read some of those old books, and hopefully some people got some enjoyment out of it. But since then, moved on to doing more post-crossing things, and then getting back into making more Lego videos and some hike videos, some just different adventures. Just wanted to keep track of basically a lot of the different things that I'm doing, which is kind of nice to put out there and hear people's comments on it. So let me just turn the camera around a bit, and then we can have a little walkthrough. So there's the fireplace and mantle. This room will be transformed soon. That's where our Christmas tree will be in the future, and that's where we do every year. We have it in here next to the fireplace, and then we can decorate around on all the shelves, and it's just kind of a nice place to be. We have quite a few books. We do have books in other parts of the room, but this is where we like to keep most of them. Now, I haven't read all of them. My wife hasn't read all of them. We're both readers. My in-laws are readers. My parents are readers. So as they downsized, we inherit books. So there's a whole stack of books here that are my mother-in-law's. And then we have older books that have come through. We have the Micro Robal there. That's the dictionary I would have had going through school, or my wife may have had going through school. Up top, you can see there's some Dan Brown. I like to read his work. Robert Jordan, if you see the new Wheel of Time TV show that's out now, so that's what those are based on. Robert Jordan's books. There's some Robert Ludlum, I really like him. There's a book on Portugal. So we had a time where we were hoping to go visit Portugal, and then things didn't work out for us, so we never got there, but we got the book. So maybe one day we will get to go back and visit Portugal. Lots of the books that I read over in this section. You can see there's the George Martin books. There's some John Grisham in there. Down here we've got David Eddings, Narnia, and then so we got Spiderwick Chronicles, The Secret of Unfortunate Events, Lemony Snicket's. There's some Anne Perry. That's my wife reads some of that. We've got, of course, can't have a library without having Harry Potter in it. And there's The Lord of the Rings, Tolkien, Jeffrey Archer. He's one of my favorite authors. James Clavell, the Shogun books. We've got Patricia Cromwell, Anne Rice, Wilbur Smith. He's great too. There's some more Ludlum down there. These are all paperbacks. There's some Nelson DeMille in the corner. I've got an old computer sitting down there. It needs to be moved. There's some Ian Fleming up there as well. There's Robert Jordan I was talking about with Wheel of Time. So if you're into science fiction, type thing. Not science fiction, I guess, but more adventure books. Things that have to do with knights and dragons and kind of Lord of the Rings type adventures. That's his style. David Eddings is similar to that as well. He's got books of that stuff. Or if you're more into maybe Greg Isles, he's a good one. He's more like a John Grisham type book. He's great. Like I said, Jeffrey Archer. This is the one that I've been reading. I should have finished it ages ago. I'm near the end of it, and I got into a funk where I wasn't reading very much anymore. And that's kind of where I am right now. I'm not reading as much. I'm producing videos and doing that sort of thing. I'll get back into it again. So there we've got some hardcovers. So there's some Ludlum up there, some David Eddings. You're gonna have a few. There's a school book from when I took German. And I didn't take it for very long, so my Deutsch isn't very good. Some sociology up there, some textbooks from ours from university. We've got lots of historical books. There's a whole bunch of Ludlum. I really like the Covert One Chronicles, so there's a whole bunch of that in there. We've got some Canadian history in there. It goes down, here's some Moncton history. I was a history major in university, so there's a lot of history in our libraries. And then we've got some minifigures and some Lego here. And this side we've got some more paperbacks. There's a whole bunch there. We've got some more larger books. This is one I just got from my father-in-law, Ron James. He's a very funny comedian. So I'll have a look at that. James Patterson is something that my wife likes to read. There's me and my best friend Troy. When we were younger, we got dressed up in a place that was at the mall. Yeah, this is all our gardening section. So if you really like gardening, this is where I go if I need to get some answers, other than the internet, of course. There's some biology books. I think those are my wife's textbooks from university. Some accounting. We got some things on the royal family, art. My wife was an art history major in university, so art books. There's some more history books in there, aircraft. Yeah, a little bit of everything. I'm gonna flip back around again. This way. Like I said, when I was reading kids' books, Curious George was something that I read or was read to when I was younger, and we read them to our kids. So I've got Curious George. My father's English. We read Naughty. So I don't know if you're familiar with Naughty. I was gonna read this one on my kids' things as well, but I'm not sure that it translates now into 2021 mentality. Some of the things that are said. It's an English story. The names aren't quite as PC as I like them to be these days, so I didn't get into that. The other adventure books that we read when I was younger, another English one, Rupert Bear. So this is a bunch of comic strips, basically. It would have been in British newspapers at the time, way back. And these are kind of volumes that have a whole bunch of those stories or strips all put together. So that's there. Or The Magic Treehouse. That's a series that my daughter really liked, so I had some of those. So that was stuff that I was going to get into. Who knows? I may get back to it. I may do some more kids reading books if so people are so inclined to hear it and not see my face, but just hear the stories and follow along in what's there. So that is basically a synopsis of the library that we have going on here. So if you see it in the background when I'm sitting in one of these chairs maybe and doing a post-crossing reveal, this is where I am. We really love this space. I love these leather chairs. They fold back, so they're quite comfortable. And with the fireplace at the winter time, you'll see this room. I'm going to show a video how we transform it with our unique style of Christmas tree and how we decorate. So it will be a little different, and maybe you'll get some enjoyment out of it. So anyways, this is the video that I wanted to put out for you today. It is my library video, or my books, or our collection of what we like to read. And I hope you enjoyed it. It's a little something different. So thank you so much for subscribing, liking, and commenting. And if it's your first time, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit the notification bell after you subscribe. So stay safe. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends?
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?